on, intro. It's intro time. Shush. Everyone shut up. All right, let's move on to more stories. We got to talk about Avatar: The Last Airbender. We did our review on it. If you haven't already heard our thoughts and you want to hear our original thoughts coming right off of the season, off of the series, you should go check that out on the channel. But just to summarize,
what was your score for it?
My score was 7.
Mm-hmm.
Now we've adjusted our number interpretations on the channel.
Mine hasn't changed.
No, your numbers, but your number has not changed. But how I interpret as 5 as being the average, like I was using like the American grading system scale, where like bad and average is like a 7. Like that's kind of like where most movies are.
If you were like high school grading, 7 or less is failing.
Yeah. I mean, that's where I basically put that film. I thought there were things in it that I thought were well done. Ko, the face stealer, I thought it wasn't true to the original show, but I thought it was really well done. I was impressed by it.
I didn't make it to that episode.
And that's fine. I mean, but there were things about it there were standout things about it that I did like. Altogether, wouldn't recommend. It's not like an amazing show. But you gave it a 2.
1, I think.
You gave it a 1.
I said it was unwatchable. So unwatchable should be like a 1.
Yeah, fair enough. Yeah. I mean, I gave that score to War of the Rohirrim in our review. Right? I gave it almost a negative.
I've been thinking about that movie. I'm like, I kind of want to watch it again.
Don't do it. Don't change your mind.
It was so bad. It was fun.
Well, let's talk
fun in theaters.
Well, let's talk about the story. The girl boss trope gets spun on its head by Netflix. Toph in Avatar: The Last Airbender to become more feminine. Let's start before getting into the article. Just first thoughts on the idea.
You're changing the character again.
You're changing the character again.
She's a tomboy. It's fine.
There's
nothing wrong with being a badass chick. She was well written. The problem with being badass chicks in Hollywood is that they don't know how to write them anymore.
Right. They're stoic. They're cold. They don't have any emotional impact at all. Right. There's no character development or growth.
Toph has her hang-ups, but she's also a tomboy that kicks ass.
Right. She's just a badass. Also, they're gonna make her a little bit older too. I don't actually have a problem.
Be like Katara then? Basically the same thing.
I would bet so, or at least closer, because I think in the original show she's 10. No, Aang is
12.
Aang's 12. I think she's 10 in the original series.
I don't think she's that much younger. We'll see. I'm gonna Google.
She is a youngling. But yes, if we could get her, I think her aging up in the live action, I think is perfectly fine. I don't have any problem with that at all. In the original show, they had her like. The show does play with a lot of different romantic ideas and stuff like that. There is like character crushes and stuff in the show. Sometimes things are a little suggestive.
There is like an episode too where she wants to be like more girly, or she's hanging out with Katara and they
they
get their nails done, shit like that.
And they do play that with that idea. But the thing is, that episode stands out because that's so out of character for her. If that's her normal character or closer to her normal character, that's not. That episode is either. I bet that episode gets nuked at the pace they're going. I bet that episode doesn't even exist.
Tales of Ba Sing Se. That has one of the best moments in the series though. Tales of Ba Sing Se.
If they touch it, we're doomed. There's no reason for that episode.
If they touch Uncle Iroh's.
They've already ruined Uncle Iroh's character. He's not even close to how he was in the original show.
I think that's one that like I can't get past episode 2 of the show because they just ruined one of the best characters in all fiction.
Exactly. Iroh is so iconic. Toph is this. People feel the same way about Toph that they do Uncle Iroh. Toph and Iroh are probably the 2 best written characters. They
gotta have a good relationship in the show too.
You know what? I want to slow down and say Zuko is probably up there too.
Zuko's got a really good redemption arc.
He does, and his story is as long running as Aang's. The issue is I don't think Aang is a great character. I think Sokka, Katara, I think everyone around Aang is a great character. I don't think Aang
She's
individually. 12. Is she? Okay.
Yeah, she's same
okay.
age.
If you're pulling it up. I thought she was younger than that, but
she was originally conceived to be 16, so maybe that's part of the reason why they're. And maybe they don't want to hire another 12-year-old and deal with that.
Fair enough. But I mean, if they make her a bit older and all the characters are just a little bit older, I don't see a problem with that whatsoever. I don't have a problem with the age thing. That's not important. It doesn't actually impact her character much at all. And I think it's only referenced like twice, 3 times in the entire show, so I don't think it's a really significant thing. Her actual character and how she plays her character, that is significant, and that's a thing you shouldn't be touching. This is where I'm talking about like correction versus overcorrection, and I don't even think that this is an overcorrection. So Hollywood has always made, Hollywood over the last 10, 15 years has made these awful girl boss characters. They've been absolute shit in almost everything they do because, to your point, they have no idea how to write them. They have no idea how to write a good female character. And they are trying to change perspective and change the idea of how a female character should be written from the ground up. They're not good enough to be able to do that. Even if that was a good mission to do, they're not good enough to pull it off. But this, if they're trying to go to a more feminine role and they're going the opposite way, now it's also a problem because you had a great female written character who was more boyish and more of a tomboy and played to that role, and only like had the feminine like traits come out in the show a handful of times when there was like a romantic interest, or she had the episode with Katara that you referenced. So there's no reason to do it. Except my theory is that the actress can't pull off.
Yeah, I don't know or understand why they're doing this. Unless it's like with the theory that tomboys just don't exist anymore. Tomboys are just trans now.
Tomboys are men.
Tomboys are dudes.
It's always been a man. It's man. Well, so from the show, we know that they changed Sokka because they didn't want a sexist character in the show.
They didn't want him to have fucking character development, I guess.
Exactly. They changed the character for Zuko, and now he's going to be basically just a giant crybaby beach the whole time.
Sokka thing, wouldn't a feminist kind of want that? It's like, all right, you got this sexist character at the beginning, and he learns, oh, that's wrong.
Yeah, Suki would have been like your teach a moment there. Like right. you get your moment where you put the misogynist on his face.
Yeah.
Like you are 100%.
You want that?
You feminists should 100% want that.
I don't know what they're doing.
Katara is not all about hope anymore. It's like the meme. Like she's not preaching all the time. So I mean, yeah.
Yeah, there was something with the Masters, right? Like they're kind of aren't they getting like doing away with the Masters?
Yeah.
That Aang has along the way?
Mostly. I'd have to rewatch.
I don't remember what they did with the water one, but I think Katara just ends up being his
student. Yeah. There wasn't as much controversy about the whole thing as there was once upon a time, and I don't think the grandmother conversation comes up at all. I could be I gotta rewatch the end in order to like remember that.
That reminds me that she basically does a monologue of the beginning of the animated show.
Yeah.
In the live action.
My grandmother once told me.
It's like, oh my God, this is lazy and gay.
Yeah, this is so bad. Well, now we're further into the article. So let me just read from the first paragraph here. We got, in recent years, a growing trend has taken root in Hollywood adaptations. Strong female characters are often made more masculine in presentation. Traits like stoicism, physical toughness, emotional restraint have increasingly defined the modern female hero. And they're never heroes. They can't say plot saves the day. Like, they don't save the day. Convenience saves the day, and plot armor saves the day. But either way, female hero, as studios respond to outdated damsel in distress tropes by pushing harder into the tough girl archetype. But in a surprising reversal, Netflix live-action Avatar: The Last Airbender appears to be bucking that trend, not by feminizing a previously feminine character, but by softening one of the most famously tomboyish figures in animated history, Toph Bofang, known as Toph from Avatar: The Last Airbender. And we actually...
You went so dyslexic right there.
Well, and...
You said Toph Bofang, it's Toph Beifong.
Fudge you. I did go dyslexic. You know what? 100... Legit. I had to think about it for a second here. You're right.
Well, yeah, it's written right there.
It is written, so it is true.
It is written.
Therefore true.
This is the way.
It's the internet, bro. It's just right.
Yeah, it's always right.
We have a quote from the actress herself. From the direct, Mia Che, or Ketch? Mia Kesh?
Sure, I'm down.
Something. Mia Kesh. The actress stepping into the role of Toph recently revealed that her version of the earthbending prodigy will be a little older and slightly more feminine than the character fans remember from the beloved Nickelodeon series. For longtime Avatar fans, this might seem like an unexpected turn. Toph is the quintessential tomboy, gritty, sarcastic, unkempt, fiercely proud of her independence and raw strength. In fact, her rejection of traditional femininity was a defining trait, especially in contrast to characters like Katara. Yes, that is the fucking problem. It's like you have this character that literally defined the archetype, and you're like, well, hold on, we can do better. Let's one up that shit.
The left side of the internet's gonna be like, well, they're making her more feminine. Why are you guys so angry?
Because all we've ever asked for is decently written characters. We've just been telling you that archetype you've been putting on screen has been shit, and we've just asked for a well-written female character. Toph is a tomboy and also a ridiculously well-written female character. It's both things. You can have a tomboy, even add masculinity into the character. But if you have a character on screen for 2 hours and you force us to pay money to watch it, and she has resting bitch face for 2 hours, I'm not impressed.
Yeah, and it's no development. She's great at everything from the get-go, and everyone praises her all the time. That's the archetype that's been spit out of Hollywood for the past decade.
Right. It's not the what was it here? The modern female hero. That's not what the archetype actually is. It's the Mary Sue archetype. We've more appropriately categorized it as the Mary Sue, and the ascribing traits are you have no training or learning. It's not to repeat what you said. You basically broke it down the best. It already has these defined traits, and you just pretend like it's the modern female hero. It's
they'll
bullshit.
be like, well, Toph is Mary Sue. She's great at earthbending, but she has a lot of qualities that aren't Mary Sue-ish.
And you get to understand how she learned it in the first episode.
Right.
You know how Toph became one of the greatest earthbenders in the world. She learned from the Badger Moles. And in an isolated clip with no context, what the people just being like, she learned from the Badger Moles is a ridiculously weird sentence.
It's like the lion tortoise,
It's like the lion. It's the lion tortoises. Yeah. So, I mean, you do in the first episode when you're getting to know her character, you get to see how she became ridiculously strong. Learning from the Badger Moles is something no other airbender.
Yeah, she's blind and she had to learn how to deal with that. That's what also attributes to her being so great at earthbending.
Yeah.
It's because she has to feel everything around her.
Mm-hmm. Like Daredevil got his super hearing.
Yeah, she's tiny Daredevil.
That's why she's so awesome. She's tiny Daredevil. That's a good, yeah.
But it's also, you're like, all right, say you create a character that's a little bit more feminine or whatever, like Toph doesn't exist, they're just putting her into this.
Yep. That'd
been fine. No one would have cared, but you're changing an already beloved character, and they do this all the fucking time.
Yeah, and that's the thing that got old. I mean, we know that Avatar, The Last Airbender, the live-action remake on Netflix, did not perform how they needed it to perform. We knew they were going to keep going. We knew they weren't going to stop after season 1, but Netflix has seen their own numbers, and they know. And they're doing it again. I think these people might be like, you remember that one guy in class who was ridiculously slow? It's like all of them are just in Hollywood. Everyone's slow guy just went to Hollywood to become a director.
All writing rooms are just Make-A-Wish kids. I want to write the Avatar.
Well, and so
the Avatar, you got to deal with it.
Yeah. The article goes on to just point to some of the modern examples. Like we got Rey from Star Wars, we got Ariel from the Mermaid remake, we got the Velma from the Scooby-Doo adaptation. I mean, all of these examples of just horribly written female characters or just over the top stupid. And so when again, this isn't even an overcorrection because they're not trying to correct anything. They don't think they're doing anything wrong. They've seen their numbers, they've seen the fail, and they walk away saying, it's better than I expected. we out kicked our coverage on that one, boys. So I don't know. The Avatar: The Last Airbender project will probably still kick up fans. I mean, there will still be people who will continue to watch the show. I tell you what, I'll probably check out the second season when it comes out just to stay up to speed on it. But realistically, we know this show is not. It's not going to live up to its parentage from the original show, even close.
No.
Avatar has been plagued by awful, unaspiring sequels or spin-offs.
Yeah, that fucking M. Night Shyamalan movie came into my YouTube short algorithm when the Earthbenders are doing a dance, and then they there's 6 of them, and they just lift a boulder that's the size of your head.
It's I'm pretty sure M. Night Shyamalan had no fucking clue what any of that stuff was when he was making it.
I think he did it because his kids liked it or something, but he didn't care or know anything about it.
Fair enough. I mean, I would never put like my old man in charge of like a Pokemon live action adaptation.
Right.
Like what? And have every actor in the movie saying Pokemans.
How does M. Night still get work? Have you seen his latest one?
No.
Trap?
I haven't seen.
It had a good premise where this serial killer is stuck in a stadium during a concert and the cops know he's there.
Mm-hmm.
So it had a good premise, but it just ended up being a fucking movie promoting his daughter's singing career. That's it.
What was the Four Horsemen one? The knock on the cabin.
Oh, I didn't watch that one.
That was good. I actually really liked that movie.
Like he's got like a hit here or there, but it's mostly flops. Like Split, the sequel to Unbreakable.
Yep.
That was really good. And then Glass comes out, the third one in the trilogy, and it sucked ass.
I have mixed feelings about Glass because
It's bad.
I thought there were things about it I really liked. I liked the premise. First off, you bring back the original cast from each of those films and you bring them all together into the universe. I thought the like 9 twists at the end was a little bit extra, but I don't know. I didn't mind Glass that much.
The only thing I liked about Glass was James McAvoy playing that character.
James McAvoy's like ridiculously talented.
They're really good.
Do you think James McAvoy is
underrated?
Yeah.
I'd say so.
I mean, I don't know what else he's in basically just X-Men.
Have you seen him in a bad thing?
No, I don't think so. Well,
maybe,
hold on,
maybe,
X-Men.
maybe.
X-Men. I've
Okay.
seen all those X-Men projects are awful.
Okay, has he done bad in anything?
No, he's always performed.
I was just gonna say he was in the first Narnia, and that wasn't that great either.
As Tumnus.
Tumnus.
He played Tumnus pretty
Yeah.
well. He did. Like, Tumnus was the most likable character I think in the entire show or in the entire movie, and he wasn't even alive for most of the movie. He was like frozen solid.
Yeah, he's barely in it.
He was stoned.
They're redoing that too, and Kate Blanchett's gonna be Aslan,
Yeah.
a male tiger with Kate Blanchett, or a male lion with Kate Blanchett's voice.
Yeah. I don't know what that is
That's
about.
like a representation of Jesus.
Yeah. I wonder if this is another example of them trying to just take something that is is meant to ascribe to Christian values and just absolutely wreck the shit out of it.
Even though animated Jesus movie is dominating right now in the box office.
Yeah, that movie
Is it like King of Kings or something? By Angel Studios.
Yep, I think so. I could be getting. I mean, I'm pretty sure that name's right, but it is Angel Studios for sure, and it has been doing really well. That's another example. Like Angel Studios, they're doing like the Christian like movies and stuff like that, obviously, but they are perfectly capable of writing a singularly good story with a theme that does not like preach
you over the head with Jesus stuff.
Yeah, it's not a message; it's a theme. And the distinction is important.
Well, except for the Jesus movie, I'm pretty sure that's a little on the nose.
Right, and that's clear. I mean, and that's clear and honest. But everything, I mean, a lot of the other stuff. Homestead has, I believe, a spin-off series now, not just its movie.
The movie was like an introduction to the TV series, which I haven't seen. I think my dad saw it and he wasn't a big fan, but
I might need to check that out too. But Chosen is now got the Last Supper movies, or Last Supper parts 1 through 3 out in theaters.
Is that Angel?
Yes. Yep. Chosen is Angel. Yep.
Because there's another one like with King David, and that's Amazon, and Amazon actually made it, and people say it's pretty good.
Oh, I mean, Amazon can make good stuff. It's just rare that they do.
Yeah, it's when the head of Amazon Studios just lets people run with their own shit, then it can be good. But if she involves herself,
yeah,
or I guess it's not she anymore. She got fired.
Yeah, they them.
They
them are gone.
It's the ambiguous position that doesn't exist anymore.
All right. So from that Park Place, the girl boss trope gets spun on its head by Netflix, Toph, and Avatar: The Last Airbender to become more feminine. The article written by Rick Frazier from That Park Place.
I tell myself that everything will end up alright. Just push yourself, test yourself, figure out what you like, and find your limits. Don't be rigid, always work towards a prime. Surround yourself with open minds, people can change your life. A few friends with intent can help you feel alive. Find a passion, take some action, and with a little time, just be patient, make a statement, try to enjoy your life.